Come on, dude. Zoom. Oh, it's turned around on your side. Turn it around. Hit the thing at the bottom. Over there. Right there. Now zoom in. Right there. Oh, but it's not.
What?
It gotta go out. They gotta make it see. Push the whole table out.
Right, I know. You're using
All the way. All the way. All the way. All the way. Now, it don't bend. The head of it don't bend down. See, can you bend it down some? No, it don't bend. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right, come up a little bit. All right, right there. Okay, that's good. But now, babe, I gotta read the comments. The comments. The
You like now?
comments. What's up, Soul Squad? I know I'm barely on time, but yet on time. Hey, Queen Lo. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Erica. When you see me look up at the TV, I'm reading y'all comments. Hey, Cat Eyes. No, we ain't selling up for Thanksgiving. Hey, Mr. Montgomery. Thank you. What else I say? Hey, Bill. Hey, Erica Harrison. Hey, Stacy. Oh yeah, that's right. That's good. Hey, Jeremiah. Hey, Nene. Hey, Cameron. Jacqueline in the house. Ira. Hey, Anna. Hey, Cindy. Angie Jones. Say Angie Jones. Say hey, SoulfulT and Soul Squad. Somebody said, I can't believe. See, I need somebody to read my comments. They going so fast. And you know, there's no way I'm going to keep having my head twisted, going up in the air like that. Because me and Jackson on our own, we try to set everything else ourselves. That boy, that son of mine's Andrew, he took my other telephone. I couldn't find my other tripod to use so I could use my regular tall tripod. Jackson ain't get the light yet. Because we need light. Cause I know I look dark for some of you guys. And, yeah, but I said, you know what? Well, all the obstacles in my way, I'm still going to go live like I said I was going to go live. So I said, Jackson ain't give me the light yet. So I said, Jackson ain't give me the lights yet. I think that's supposed to be like a hint clue. That's what I'm doing, Sleepless. That's what this is about to do. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, y'all, this is the wig that I lost. Remember when I did the wig, showing you guys the Amazon wigs? Well, this is one of the short ones when I said I couldn't find it, and I found it, so you guys get to see it today. This is one of the short ones when I said I had another short one, but I couldn't find it. I found it, and so I decided to wear it today. This, yeah. Hey, Netta Fisher. Thank you, Trinice. Yeah, so thank you, Kenya. So I found it. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all where's that. It was up beneath the bed. I ain't going to lie. It was up underneath my bed. I said, why the heck it get underneath the bed? But I found it when I went to go clean up beneath the bed. Guess what popped out? Here go the wig I was looking for. Child, so... Oh, with that being said, oh, okay, Jackson. Oh, that thing bright, child. Bright, shining like diamonds. So that thing in no direction. Yeah, something like that. That's good. That's good. It almost blind me. It's so bright. So, yeah, so that's say, go clean me for y'all wig. I mean, go clean me for y'all wig. Go clean me for y'all bed. Y'all might find something y'all been looking for. Because I found my wig underneath the bed. Hey, Jacqueline. Somebody said you was feeling mushy. Hey, so thankful. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Victoria Red. So, y'all, I don't have my other phone to read y'all comments. I'm hot. 1 minute it's hot outside. 1 minute it's cold. They disconnect my AC. I just feel like I'm going through. It's been a rough. I've been laying down all day. It's been a rough trying to get yourself up to do something type of day. Hey, Karen. Hey, Rita. But we're up. So let's talk holidays. Let's talk Thanksgiving. Now, I'm looking at all my seasonings and I try to categorize them. and put them in different perspectives on what we're going to use them on. So basically, right here to my right, up front, I have my spicy section. This is all the seasons that I have in my possession, that's in my cabinet. If I want to add a little heat to something, this is the season that I use. So we're gonna start off with spicy season. Now I don't expect everybody to go grab their season out their cabinet. If you got a pen or paper, take a list. And at the end of the day, everybody might not use the same seasons that I use on my food when it comes to cooking. But I thought, hey Shelly, see, started to cook and realizes you are missing some of your spices. Yes, that's what, you know what? That happens to me. Oh, y'all. Am I having hot flashes? Come open the window something. Or crack the front door. Something's going on. Whew. I'm sweating. What the heck? Whew. What is that? I don't know, y'all. All of a sudden, I'm having hot flashes. I've been chilling all day. Somebody asked me about menopause and doing a menopause video. And if guys on here, excuse me, but if you got a wife, a mother, a sister, you done heard the word menopause before. You know that's something that us older women go through. And somebody asked me, have I experienced menopause? I said, no, I'm 51. I was 50. I never experienced. Why today on live internet, social media, I want to start having hot flashes and getting hot? What the hell is this about? Oh, why that just started out the blue? I've been feeling good. Okay, well, give me a paper towel. Let me drink some cold water. Hey, Whitney. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Andy. Yes, I'm a goodness. Ice water. Good to go. Okay. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Jack Jack. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, you guys know I'm originally a cooking channel. I've been cooking since I was about 8, 10 years old. Self-taught. My mama didn't physically set me down and say, hey, I want to teach you how to cook. It didn't happen that way. It happened by me being a shut-in. You know, I consider myself a semi-introvert, where that I do get out, but I prefer staying home, and I'm comfortable with being home and being in the house. I've been like that my whole life. If my sister's on here, she would tell you guys I've been like that. Yeah, Rita. And then I weather this up and down, up and down. You never know what you want to do. Turn on this, turn that off, whatever. It's crazy. So, in being like that as a child, I used to constantly sit in the kitchen, watch my mother cook. When I was over my grandparents' house, I used to constantly watch my grandmother cook. My Aunt Lorraine, you guys met her. When we used to live with them growing up, I used to watch her and my mother cook. And then when I got in school, took home economics and stuff, I started cooking. It's like cooking was in my DNA. You know what I'm saying? It's always interested me. I started off with I love baking. I love baking, but I started cooking more for my siblings as my mama started hitting those streets. That is another story. But you know how it is. The oldest one get to take care of the kids when the parents is absent or doing their thing. And that's what's going on with me. And that's how I learned to cook. Now, that's what I was trying to say to you, Anna. That's the only seasoning. It's 2 seasonings that I had here, Anna, that I want to try and I have not tried. And let's talk about those 2 seasons. Is complete seasoning and slap your mama. I don't know if we had that slap your mama in our region, in the stores, in our area. I see a lot of people on YouTube use that. I said I want to try. I see a lot of people use complete seasoning. I have not yet to try that either. Excuse me. And I want to try. And it's something else that I have on that I don't have here, because I got my daughter-in-law was asleep or something. But we use that sazon seasoning. I use the I use Adobe chicken seasoning that I don't have here, and I use turmeric that I don't have here. I have some turmeric, but for some reason my cabinet is so crowded I cannot find it to save my life. So I said, you know what? I'll go on without it, but I will mention it. Those are three seasons that hey Peggy, hey Lady D, hey Kenya. Those are three seasons that I do not have here, but I do use them. Um, I do use them, but I don't have them in front of me, so they're worth mentioning. But as I said, let's start off with the spicy seasoning. Again, you guys don't gotta run to your cabinet get anything. You can take notes. When it comes to adding heat to your food, there are so many variety of things that you could cook with when it comes to adding heat. And you don't want to get stuck on Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just cooking in general when you're trying to flavor your food. You want to have some heat. And this video goes out to my sister. Never, ever, ever I go to her house and she had everything that you need to cook. You know when you go to certain people's house, you gotta bring your seasons with you because they're not a cook, two, they're not a shopper. They'll just have some basic stuff, some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, no, we gotta get past salt and pepper. It seasoned our food for a long time, but somehow it'll still taste bland. I'm not into that whole salt thing too much. My palate and salt do not agree with each other, so we have to venture out. But again, let's stay with the spicy because I'm going off program. If you're into spicy food and you want to bring some heat to your collard greens, some people make collard greens, they'll use some smoked meat, they'll use some onions, and they'll add this. There you are, baby. And they will add this to their collard greens. Some crushed red peppers. If you're trying to bring heat to anything, especially Thanksgiving is coming and you want to spice up those collard greens. And if you cook your collard greens with no meat at all, but you still want to give it that heat, this is your go-to spice. If you want some collard greens, some spicy collard greens in your life, if you don't want to like that kick, guys, you can either do this, sprinkle in some red pepper flakes. That's number one. Go towards your favorite hot sauce. Dash a little bit of hot sauce in those collard greens while they're cooking. Some hot sauce in those collard greens. That's number two spice. If you're trying to spice up your collard greens or your string beans or your cabbage or anything that you're trying to make, as your vegetable, green vegetable, your kale, that your mustard greens, anything that you're trying to make for the holidays, and you want to spruce it up with a little bit of heat. You have choices when it comes to the heat. Or this bad buddy right here, cayenne powder. Cayenne pepper, powder pepper, this right here. These are my go-to. These three seasonings, if I'm trying to spice up any type of green, I would choose either my crushed red peppers, some hot sauce, or a teeny bit spritz of cayenne pepper. These are good spicy seasonings, but one thing you do have to be careful because when you're cooking, be mindful. Everybody, oh, you welcome, see Whitney, Lady D, how you doing, Anna? Yeah, there is, you know what? I am so old school because I know they got so many different things. Then, like somebody said, they got green seasonings that come in a package. You just open up a package and it's a seasoning for greens. I am so old school, and the way I learned to cook is that I don't really go buy those instant seasonings and things like that. I kind of just go with what I know, and I just flavor up my food with the seasoning that I already know what to put in. See, a lot of people don't know how to season their food. A lot of people don't know what seasoning go with what foods. So people will make these packages. And it's great because you know why? It make it easy on you. You can just open that package up, throw it in that green, and guess what? You don't have to worry about that whether or not it's tasting good because you bought a seasoning that said it's just for greens. But say if you don't want to do it that way, you want to know what to put in your greens, you want to know how to spice the greens up. Right here, if you want to spice up your green, oh, let's not forget about Tony's. Let's not forget about Tony's. This is a good heat agent too. If you want to spice your greens up, throw some Tony's in there. This is all good stuff for heat and spices. These are spices that I think that should be in everybody's cabinet, one or the other. So when you go grocery shopping, get you some cayenne, get you some Tony's, get you some hot salt, get you some red crushed peppers, and of course you got your favorite person that's always been around, some black pepper. Black pepper, it gives your food heat, but I don't think it does as much as the other season do. So if you again, when it comes to the greens, you want some heat, you use some pepper, get you some Tony's, crushed red pepper flakes, some cayenne, and even if you're not, oh, we just got a new member, welcome. Even if you're not doing spicy greens, still get these greens, still get these seasonings in your cabinets. These are good seasonings to have in your cabinet because you never know when you may run across any YouTube cook who has a recipe that's sitting there and you want to do this recipe. Make seasons part of your grocery shopping. A lot of people, when they go to the grocery store, they don't put all this on their grocery list. I don't know why. New Life Journey, my sister, when you go to a grocery store, you have to add your spices and your seasoning to your grocery list. These are things that you want in your cabinet when you're about to cook and you know it's there. Like someone said earlier, I hate it when I go to the cabinet, think I got something and it's not there. Now, guys, we got about 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. I'm telling you now, you got to get to the store because guess what? One, it's a COVID-19. Two, everybody is home. Three, everyone is going to be cooking. And four, people do not have every season that they need. They're going to go to the store. You're not going to be able to find anything. Quick FYI, if you go do your Thanksgiving shopping early, not for your meats and stuff, but for your condiments and your seasonings, go get those things now. So when it's time to go get everything else, you don't have to worry about what you don't have when it comes to flavoring your food. Hey, Linda. Also, I've been going through hot flash for over 20 years and still going strong. I have all, and that's a sign of a good cook, honey. So we're gonna take this to the side. So a must too in the spicy section, guys. Get you some cayenne in your cabinet. If you got this in your area, get you some Creole, Tony's Creole seasoning as a nice kick that goes to help you with your food. You know, every day you gotta have some black pepper. Get you some crushed red peppers. I brought out chili. Even in my Thanksgiving videos, I may not be using any chili, but you never know when you want to make a good pot of chili and you need some chili seasoning in your cabinet. Always have you some chili seasoning in your cabinet. And then I forgot about Cajun. This is Cajun seasoning. This is a good season. It has heat to it as well. This will lively your greens up. You need some Cajun seasoning. And just like I said, these are just seasonings. If you're a cook, these are things that you just want to have in your cabinet that make it a go-to type situation. Oh, somebody say, I want to cook this. So you got some Cajun seasoning? You can pull it out. Yeah, I got some Cajun seasoning right here. Even if it's not being used, those are good spicy seasonings that have in your cabinet. And 9 times out of 10, if you end up getting some type of recipe, you're going to end up needing something up here that I just named out the spicy category. And any type of season that you pull off of YouTube this year for your holiday cooking, you're going to end up needing either some cayenne, some Tony, some pepper, some chili powder, some red pepper chili flakes, some Cajun season, some hot sauce. That is my spicy category. This is what you will see in my cabinet. So anybody wants to come to my house and they want to cook and they want to add heat to their food, you open my cabinet up, you'll be able to choose a variety of different flavors that will give you that kick that you're looking for. And these are the things to me on my personal note, on my personal cooking. It may be something else out there that can heat up your food, but these are my go-to spices when it comes to making something hot. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Be More's homegirl. I have sugar, confectionery sugar, brown sugar, agave, and honey, and I got that too. And you know what? And I should have brought that out for Jackson. Give me that agave and that honey. I got powdered sugar, brown sugar. I should have brought it all out, shouldn't I? I don't know. But you know what? I thought when I was thinking about season, I said, should I bring all that stuff out? Because I got regular honey, I got agave, I got brown sugar, and I got powdered sugar. And those are, you know what? Because I got my baking station right here. I should have brought that stuff out for baking. And Jackson ain't gonna know what it is. I know he not. Watch this. Jackson, turn that light on. In that first cabinet, I got something to say agave. It's kind of liquidy. It looks like it's an alcohol bottle.
Say it again.
In that first cabinet in the kitchen, when you open it up, it looks like it may be a maple syrup bottle. Oh, give me that and get me the honey. And give me a bottle of honey. Huh? And give me the bottle of honey down there. Because I want to show y'all, because that's what I'm moving to, is the baking part. We want to, huh?
You said the maple syrup.
No, turn the light on. Just bring it to me. It's going to say agave.
And that's it?
And some honey. I think the honey down in the other cabinet. And the brown sugar is up underneath the stand. And I think I got some powdered sugar there too. Okay. Because you know why? I should have included that because guess what? I got the baking section. Yes, I got the baking section. When it comes to baking, you never know when you want to bake anything. You never know when you want to just pull a recipe out. These are the go-to ingredients that you should have in your cabinet when it comes to baking. Hey, Blackstorm. Hey, C. Whitley. Hey, Lady D. I'm trying to go. Hey, Healthy Living with Miss Rita. Okay. Huh? Soon as you open up that cabinet, the first cabinet next to the refrigerator, I think it's on the second shelf. And my stand is in the kitchen, middle floor. On the second shelf is some brown sugar. Y'all, I'm sorry. My internet is acting up. No, Cassandra, they don't. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Haven't been lucky enough to do all that too much. So let's get started with the baking section. Yeah. And give me powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is the white one.
Where's
Okay. That might be in the cabinet. That might be in there too, or in the cabinet. Yeah, that's the white one. I'm sorry, y'all. The internet is acting up. We're going to do what we can. It connected back. So, let's get started on the baking section. If you're ready to bake, some go-to things you need in your cabinet. I ain't pulling out no sugar. I got regular sugar. Okay? You need some sugar. But let's do the things that you know. That's obvious. If you're going to bake, you know, one of the things you're going to need some sugar in your life. I got some brown sugar right here. I got a bigger box. He bought me this right here. You need some brown sugar. You need some white sugar. You need some honey. These are things I think if you're a cook, you're into cooking, and if you make a grocery list, you go to the grocery store, these are the go-to things when it comes to baking. I add this to my list all the time. I always put light brown sugar. I don't get down too much with the dark brown sugar unless I come across a recipe that say it's mandatory that you use dark brown sugar. So I only buy light brown sugar. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Only buy light brown sugar, and always have you some Confetti sugar. This is the powdered sugar, white sugar, powdered sugar. This makes for frosting and all that stuff right there. You need always have your bag of that. Some brown sugar, some regular sugar, white sugar, baking soda, less than $1. Add this to your grocery list. When it comes to baking, you're going to need some baking soda. You want to get all this stuff before the store start running out. Yes, Miss Love, I will be saying it. Yes, Yvette, that brown sugar and that sweet potato pie, girl. So this is something you want to always have in your cabinet. Some baking soda, some baking powder. These are these go-to things when you're ready to bake. You don't want to be all over the place. You be like, okay, I got some vanilla. You want pure vanilla. Now, don't get it twisted. I know pure vanilla costs a lot of money, and you get that in that fake imitation vanilla. It costs you $1, 19, 89 cents. Okay, we could get that if that's all you had. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you can afford like $2 or $3 more and you want to bake and you want good flavor, try to get you some pure vanilla. I have been known to bake with the invitation vanilla, and really I really don't taste any difference, but I'm just a stickler for pure vanilla when it comes to baking. So I always have to get that. You want to have that always, because guess what? You not only put this in your cake, who else put vanilla in their sweet potatoes? Come on. Madagascar vanilla is expensive, Black Storm, but that's what I buy when I got the money. I even buy the Madagascar paste, the vanilla paste. Before 4 ounces runs you about $24 on Amazon. So when I got the funds, I would get my Madagascar because that is the best vanilla. But when the funds is low, I stick to McCormick or the store brand, because you get the store brand pure vanilla that's cheaper than that McCormick vanilla, and it works as good as that does. It's just a store brand, but it's pure vanilla, and that's what this is. It's a store brand pure vanilla. Probably ran me about $2.99 right there. Yes, it is worth it. Yes, because I'm telling you, if you get your hands on some vanilla beans too, I go to Restaurant Depot. Around the holidays, I like going to Restaurant Depot. If it's in your pocketbook, if it's in your budget, and if you got a card for Restaurant Depot, honey, you could go in there, get you some vanilla sticks. Honey, ain't nothing like you cut that vanilla open and get those vanilla seeds up out of there, and you making a vanilla bean cake or something. I'm telling you. Nobody said I have all these seasons for no reason. Why you not gonna cook, low life? You ain't cooking nothing. Oh man. Yes, Linda, I put vanilla in my sweet potatoes. Okay. Another go-to extract I love to have in my house is lemon. I bake a lot. So I will have a lot of lemon, almond, and vanilla extracts. Those are the main three that I keep on hand. I make these three as part of my grocery list. When it comes to my extracts, I always have vanilla, lemon, and almond. Because any day if I want to cook, I know I have these three extracts. Again, it's in its purest form, but it's store brand. And it's a lot cheaper than McCormick, about $2.99. But it's pure lemon extract. I love to keep them because some people put lemon in their sweet potatoes. I ain't down with the lemon in the sweet potatoes. I just don't like the flavor that brings to anything. So, what'd you say, Anna? I like red meal baking flour, gluten free. Okay, I do cook, but the main ones I use are seasoned salt, pepper, onion powder, and something else you said, low life. And those are good go-to seasonings. Now, what else? Cream of tartar. You gotta have some cream of tartar. Who plan on making an old-fashioned banana pudding? If you do it, you need some cream of tartar. Anything that you're gonna use a meringue in that egg white, cream of tartar, a teaspoon of cream of tartar in with your egg white will help that meringue get stiff and hold its peak. Something about this cream of tartar, it does something to that egg white and sugar. It brings it together, and it really helps it get them. It makes it strong. Really helps it get them peaks and hold and get it stiff. So anytime you're gonna make some type of meringue for your lemon meringue pie or meringue for that old-fashioned banana pudding that's cooked in the oven, you're gonna need you some. Like I made those snickerdoodles. You plan on making snickerdoodle cookies, the pumpkin kind or the regular snickerdoodles. You need what? Cream of tartar. This is something to have in your cabinet. It's a go-to bacon season that we use a lot. Some recipes are called for it, but this is good to have in your cabinet. So cream of tartar. Yes, Nikki said yes. My aunt swear by cream of tartar. She was a baker. I'm telling you, I have all kinds of things in my cabinet. That's why I just recently bought me a spice rack. And I haven't put it up yet because I get tired going in my cabinet looking for this and stuff be blocking this and blocking that, and I can't find anything. Okay, allspice. It is fall, guys. You're gonna bring the allspice out for pumpkin pies, apple pies, allspice. Make allspice spice cake, a spice cake. This is something that you want. This is more of a fall type seasons. There are type of seasons that you use during the fall for baking. Allspice is one of them. This is a go-to baking season for apple pies, for pumpkin pies, for a spice cake. Get you some allspice in your life. Make this part of your grocery list, especially if you're a baker. I'm really talking to those bakers that's out there because we're in the baking section now on what you really need. Yes, Whitney, you can use allspice or pumpkin pies. Yes, you can. But you can also use what? Pumpkin spice. You can use allspice or pumpkin pies. Yes, you can, Nikki. And again, I had some pumpkin spice here. Get you some of this in your life. I made that what I made? Those pumpkin spice cookies. You want to get this. This is an organic one just because when I went to get it like last year or some months ago, this all it had, but I have this. This is pumpkin spice. It's the holidays. These are the fragrance that when you walk, the aroma that's in people's houses during the holidays, and somehow you can sense them out. Be like, oh my God, it smells so good in here. These aromas. These allspice and pumpkin spice. These are the aromas that you're seeing, that you're smelling. You gotta have cinnamon in your life. Oh, you put in your sweet potatoes too, Yvette? Yes, I do. I use Baker's Joy. Who asked me that? I can't see who asked me that. Yes, I use Baker's Joy. I use Pam. I got some Pam in there too. When it comes to cake, I ain't got time. I'm so glad when somebody came up with that, with the butter, the flour, your cake pan. As soon as I found out about Baker's Joy and Pam cake flour and the store off-brand cake flour, generic, I started using that. It makes it so quick, so simple, and it works. And I should have brought that up here since I'm dealing with the baking scene. A fruitcake video. You know why, real me? I wouldn't do a fruitcake video just because nobody in my house would eat it and it would go to waste. Peggy said, love almond flour and shortening, but it's good at pound cake. Now, when it comes to cake, I should have had flour out here. I use cake flour. If we're in the baking area, I should have bought my Swanson cake flour out here. I use cake flour. I prefer cake flour over regular all-purpose flour, but either one you choose to use, you make cake with it. It works. I just prefer cake flour, so I do use cake flour. Yeah, I love cake flour. This is what I do. I even use cake flour to make pancakes. You need to try that. Who said that? Pooh. You need to try that. So cake flour makes a homemade pancakes. It come out wonderful. Yes, Kenya. That's why I gotta say. I got a rum cake video, baby girl. But guess what I'm doing this year? Y'all get next week. I am doing a rum carrot cake. A rum carrot cake. I got a rum cake video on the channel, but I got a carrot cake video on my channel. But now this is Thanksgiving. I'm putting a twist on. I'm doing a rum carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. That video be coming to y'all before the holidays. It's time for y'all to get what y'all need to get. Back to cinnamon. For waffles, no. I never used it for waffles. I only used it for pancakes. And I got that from the Pioneer Woman. Because I use flour. Now, don't get it wrong. I use flour to make my pancake mix. But When I feeling indulgent, and if I know I don't have no pancake mix, I'll grab the cake flour. And because when I first saw the Pioneer woman do it, I was like, "Oh, cake flour for pancake," and it works. It works. Yeah, rum carrot cake. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Mimi. So, guys, cinnamon. You need cinnamon in your life. You're gonna make a pumpkin pie. You're gonna make some yams. You're gonna make some cinnamon rolls. Make this part of your grocery list. At any given time for any recipe. Some people put cinnamon in what they put cinnamon in? When you make what's that stuff called? Oh, when you make squash, butternut squash soup and stuff, people add cinnamon in that. It gives it a different. It gives it a flavor. You ever seen a butternut squash soup recipe? You put cinnamon in that. You didn't know that, did you? Make cinnamon a part of your grocery list. Hello, what's that? You sir? Yep, French toast. Hey, Leah Ann. Hey, Angie Hatch. Hey, Patricia. Yes, yes, and cinnamon and chili. Yes, they do, and you put cinnamon in chili. So this need to be some. This need to go on your grocery list. This is a go-to everyday cooking item you need to have in your cabinet. My sister, oh my God, she would never have cinnamon in her cabinet. Never ever. Yes, yes, MK, yes. Hey, new subscriber, how you doing? Relentless. Hi, welcome. But yes, eggnog, pet pea. So everybody know when you go make a grocery list, cinnamon is a permanent part of your grocery list. Okay. Now, what is this? Ground ginger. I must admit, I don't use ground ginger that much, but I use it a lot during the holidays because ground ginger is good when you're going to make gingerbread cookies or gingerbread cupcakes or a gingerbread something something. I only use it for gingerbread cookies, gingerbread if you make like some type of ginger cupcake or something. I don't use ground ginger too much because I'm a fresh ginger type of girl when I'm cooking. I love to use fresh ginger. I love the smell of fresh ginger. It smells so amazing. But I do keep this because I never know when I run across a recipe and it calls for ground ginger. But there are a lot of recipes that calls for ground ginger. I just may not know them all. I basically only use this with bacon when I got a bacon. Yeah, see, ginger is good on Asian dishes. Thank you. So I think oh, Mocan said ginger break you out. Oh wow. So I think this is a go-to. See something to have in your arsenal of baking supplies because you just never know. Next, baking powder. You need that baking powder when you're gonna bake. A lot of recipes will call for baking powder, but no baking soda. A lot of recipes will do baking powder and baking soda both together. This is a rising agent that you need if you don't have an all-purpose flour that you're using. If you're using an all-purpose soft rising flour, if you're using an all-purpose self-rising flour, you can eliminate this, omit this. You won't need this in the recipe. But if you're just using an all-purpose flour and you need what you cooking to rise, honey, you need your baking powder, okay? You gotta have this in your house, some baking powder. And then you need some honey. I use honey like I make that honey butter cornbread. Man, honey you just need some honey. Make you some honey tea when you get sick. Always some honey fried chicken called California style chicken with honey on top of it. That Korean chicken with that honey on top of it. Honey will bring flavor to your food and you get to find you a good recipe. So make this part of your everyday life. I love honey and tea instead of using sugar. So this is always on my grocery list. As you guys can tell, all of this stuff is always on my grocery list because I'm a cook. I cook. I'm not a professional cook. I'm a home cook. I'm a home baker. So this is always my go-to stuff. I always look at my cabinet to see what I got or what I don't have. And I like to have it because when it comes to ready to make a recipe, I swear, I just need to have everything, my spices. I go crazy if I'm missing a spice out my cabinet. Angie said I just started liking honey. Okay, yes. So I think I covered everything in the bacon. Oh, cornstarch. Have you some cornstarch in your life? You not only need cornstarch in some bacon recipes, but cornstarch is good if you're going. It's like when you're ready to cook, make gravy, or when you ready to make something, fry some chicken, and you want some cornstarch. You put cornstarch in your chicken flour. It makes it crispy. Cornstarch is another go-to thing to have on your grocery list. It is a thickening agent. Like when you making, like when I make what is that stuff called? I be making a stove with dessert. Um, Strawberry preserves and stuff like that. When you render down the strawberries and the lemon juice and the sugar, oh honey, I can't think right now because I'm just all over the place. But you need cornstarch. It's a good thickening agent. I said agency, a good thickening agent, and it works well. You just take a tablespoon of something, mix with some water, you pour it into whatever you're using it into, but thicken it up. Put you a half a cup or something in your flour. Get you some nice crispy chicken. Put cornstarch on your list. You need it. Oh, when you're making homemade pudding, a lot of people use flour. When I make my old-fashioned banana pudding and I make homemade vanilla pudding, I use cornstarch. I don't like flour in my homemade vanilla pudding. So if you're gonna make some vanilla pudding, you go look at my recipe on how to make old-fashioned vanilla pudding. You're gonna need some cornstarch in your life because this is what I use. No flour. Cornmeal and SoulfulT flour. I know that's right. Oh, how did you like it, Rosa? Miss what's that, Bordax? How do you like it, Miss Bordax? Because I like it. It's so good. So, we done got through the spicy stuff. We done got through everything you need when you're going to bake. You know what I'm saying? Add in some extra extracts. Again, my go-to extracts, I always have in my cabinet is limited vanilla and almond. But you could get you some butter extracts, some raspberries. So, I mean, I really don't get too many of those ones unless I know I'm going to make that recipe and I get it. But keep you some powdered sugar, some brown sugar, um, excuse me, some regular sugar, some cake flour. Keep those type of things you ready. Oh, and always get you some butter. I don't care if you don't never use butter. You could buy a 4 pack of unsalted butter. Keep it in your freezer. Do something with it because that's another go-to thing when it comes to baking. Honey, you gotta have your butter. Oh, yes, West Coast Cali. You better stop playing. You better stop playing. Go look at some videos. I got a video up using my flour and macaroni cheese. It's called a roux. It's called a roux. You make a roux for your cheese sauce and use butter in your flour. And one of my soul squads bought my flour and they told me they use my flour as they roux. So when she said she used it in the macaroni cheese, she literally don't mean she used it in the macaroni cheese. She used it to make the roux to make the cheese sauce. That's what she's saying. Who was that? Give me my telephone. You been gone all day with my phone. Give me a Clorox wipe. I wipe my phone off. Yeah, give me a Clorox wipe. Just give me a Clorox wipe. Throw me the Clorox wipes off that bed in there. You give me my phone, I wipe my phone off. And you go in the bathroom and wash your hands and stuff. Sit my phone right there till I get my Clorox wipe.
What they go who?
No, I can't reach it. Sit my phone right here. Push it. I don't want to touch it. Guys, give me the Clorox wipes so I wipe my phone off. Sit right there. Thank you. Right there on that yellow bucket on Clorox wipes. Right there on the yellow bucket. Y'all, my light keep going in and out. Nothing today, Friday. I don't cook on Fridays and Saturdays too much. It's a free for all day. Had my phone all day long.
I was hooping.
I don't care what you was doing. Been at the gym. In my phone. Yeah.
You live?
Yeah. Yes.
What you showing?
Seasonings. Wait a minute, y'all. I got an intermission. I got to wipe my phone off. And I let Andrew use my phone today. He been gone all day in my phone. I missed my book. Yes, evaporated milk. You need that. But I use a lot of whole milk, too, when it comes to cooking. Yes. So have you some evaporated milk. Let it dry off now. Okay. Oh, thank you, Devon. Yes. You said they come call Andrew don't see none of our combos we be having, Miss Montgomery. Oh, yes, I ain't got my nutmeg. Well, maybe I got it over here. Yes, girl. You gotta have your nutmeg, and I thought I pulled it out. I'm telling you, I got so many seasonings. Y'all tell me if I missed something. Let me see. It might be over here and trapped in here. Oh, that's the one I'm missing. And if I tell Jackson go get it, he gonna swear up and down he don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I know I ain't gonna tell you go get it. I got two things of cumin over here. That's why what I thought I wanted was my nutmeg. Oh yeah, you gotta have your nutmeg. I got some. It's just not over here because I don't know. I don't see it. I thought I pulled that down because that was part of my. I was trying to get all my bacon supply stuff down. Oh, y'all can read y'all comments now. And he gave it to me on 70%. That's what I'm talking about. I could be more in tune to y'all comments now because I got to keep holding my head up to that TV making my neck hurt. Yes. So, yes, hey, Lakita. Yes, and condensed milk. I got condensed milk, evaporated milk, and nutmeg. Those in my arsenal too. And you know what? And I started to grab it, and I was like, do I need to tell people about condensed milk? Or especially in the baking section, I should have bought that condensed milk out. But I got about 5-6 cans of condensed milk and evaporated milk. Those are things that I constantly make part of my shopping list. That I constantly, when I go into my cabinets or refrigerator looking for stuff and I don't see certain things, I make this part of my grocery list. A lot of people only make those items part of their grocery list. Is I use molasses. But I use molasses when I'm making gingerbread cookies, gingerbread cake. I use molasses in my baked beans. That's another thing. And I don't have no molasses. The last baked bean video I did, I said I don't have none. And I still haven't got any yet. It depends on what you substitute. Can you use this for syrup? I can because I use molasses in my baked beans instead of using syrup. Because my mother used syrup in her baked beans. I don't use syrup. I use molasses. So it depends on the recipe and what you're cooking. So if you're making baked beans, a lot of people put syrup in their baked beans, brown sugar, mustard, and all that stuff. I substitute the syrup for molasses. So yes, you can, depending on the recipe. Yes, Tennessee, see, and I don't use syrup. I use molasses in my baked beans. My mother used syrup, and the molasses in the baked beans tastes a whole lot better than the syrup. No, I know what to use the molasses for. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you substitute it for. It can be a substitute for syrup. I do it, but don't quote me on that. But I do it and never had an issue, and my food came out great. Okay, so another thing, you need molasses and nutmeg. Nutmeg, that's a good go-to when you far as bacon. I don't have those two. I do have nutmeg, but I'm not gonna tell Jackson go get it. But I don't have no molasses. So I ain't get to that section yet, boo. That's right here. I got 3 sections. I got your spicy section, I got your bacon good section, and honey, I got the cooking section right here. That's gonna make and flavor up that food. That's right here off to the left of us, okay? Yes, good barbecue sauce. If it's not mine, Baby Ray's. I grew up on open pit. That's all my mama bought. But And then I got older. I started using open pit and whatever barbecue sauce that I would, or Kraft. Kraft had barbecue sauce. I used to use Kraft barbecue sauce. But honey, when they came out with Sweet Baby Ray, I put everybody on the back burner. That's just the truth. If it's good, I'm gonna say it's good. And Sweet Baby Ray is my go-to. My honey mustard, my barbecue sauce. That's where I stopped right there. Um, I use KO syrup if I'm gonna make something like, and I got a bottle of KO syrup in there too. I don't use it that much. It depends. Again, it depends on the recipe. Some things I don't like to have in the cabinet because if I don't end up using it, I'll end up throwing it away because it'll get all thick and this. But I have, you need KO syrup. Is when you're gonna make some homemade syrup. When you make your own syrup, that's one of the rest. That's something ingredient that you use that I get open pit from the safe. But yes, yes. So y'all know we know what we doing, right? We everybody's like, yes, I use crab, I use open pit, baby rays. So you know y'all know how to bring some flavor to the food. Okay, so let's get started. When it comes to seasoning food, I got some cumin. This is a good season. This is used what? You use cumin in chili. Again, and a lot of Asian dishes too use cumin in. I like to keep cumin on hand because I never know when I need it. This is an everyday go rest spice or seasoning. This is like a spice. This is spice that I use, that I like to use. I keep this on my grocery list. I try to make sure I have it in my cabinet because without this, I can't make no chili. You can't. You need some of that. Um, my mama does oven pick, but I like KFC. Oh, y'all. Oh, Miss Montgomery, you tried my sloppy joe recipe. Yes, I think I used cumin in that too. I can't remember. I think I used that in that too. Yep, Angela, like I told you, I grew up on that open pit. That's what my mama served. My mama barbecue sauce. My poultry season, cause guess what she be making? Some homemade stuffing. I do use stovetop stuffing out the box. Don't get it wrong. I grew up on that because that's all my mama do. My mama don't make homemade dressing. I make homemade dressing. My favorite homemade dressing is cornbread chicken dressing. I love cornbread chicken dressing. That thing make me want to slap everybody mother. And especially the way I make it with that cream of chicken and the broth and the celery and the onions and the green peppers, my egg, my poultry season right there. And somebody asked me about some sage. Let me put my glasses on. Let me put my glasses on. Here go my sage right here. And you gotta have sage. Now, when it comes to making stuffing, you really don't need to use sage in poultry season because poultry season basically has sage in it. It basically has sage in it. So 9 out of 10, sometimes I only go for the poultry season and I don't use the sage. But I will use the sage if I don't have poultry season. But poultry season pretty much had everything you need in it. And so I try to keep it. I'll use only this. But some people use both of them. So yeah, so before you're gonna make you some stuffing, you need to get you some poultry season, get you some sage. And I'm gonna tell you people, FYI, at the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah. Yes, and it goes on poultry. Yes, right. Yes, it does. Okay. These are good flavors. Everybody know about your onion powder. If you don't know about onion powder, you've been sitting underneath a rock. This is a good two thing. I am into the salt thing, guys. I don't use onion salt, or the onion flakes, or the minced onions. I only like the powder. Now it's up to you what you use. It's your food. Remember, it's your kitchen, your way. your cabinet your way, my cabinet my way, okay? But I'm only into the powder, but they got the onion flakes. They got the minced onions. They got the onion salt. Whatever floats your boat when it comes to cooking, and that's healthy on your end, which you could use. I don't use too much salt because of health reasons, so I try to powder everything. And to me, it really enhanced the flavor really, really well using the powder versus the salt. I just don't get down with the salt. Um, yes, that's why I said for kids. Sometimes you can use the sage and the poultry. That's why I said you can opt out and use both of them. But when it comes to making that dressing, you got to have that though. That's like a go-to seasoning for homemade dressing. Garlic powder, again, I do powder. This will elevate your food, give good flavor to your meats and stuff. I use powder. I'm not down with garlic salt. Some people say, "Oh no, use garlic salt," but that depends on you, your health, and what you can and cannot do. Again, me and salt are not friends, even though I got it on the table because a lot of people use it, but I rarely use salt. I typically use salt only when I'm boiling water. That's it. That's the farthest I go with salt, unless I'm cleaning some type of meat or I'm defrosting something. But as far as like literally eating with it, I don't season nothing with salt. I supposed to put salt when you make homemade frosting. They tell you use powdered sugar, salt, butter. I don't put salt in my frosting because for some reason my palate and salt is very strong, and I could taste salt and I will not eat it. So when I make homemade cake and I have to put salt in my stuff, I omit salt. That's because of a personal reason, and it still comes out great to me. So yeah, garlic powder, that's my thing. Now, these three things I like using, but I will prefer to use them on a fresh level when I got a good go-to recipe. But if I don't have it, I would use it, and that is rosemary leaves. And rosemary leaves is good. Bay leaves. I got some thyme, and I got my parsley flakes and my parsley flakes, right? And parsley flakes. Now, these three ingredients, again, these four ingredients you could get fresh. You get you some fresh bay leaves, you get fresh parsley. It comes in parsley, come curly parsley, it comes Italian parsley, regular parsley. To me, I just grab parsley and I go for it. What else? So parsley you could get fresh. Ginger you could get fresh. Rosemary you could get fresh. Thyme you could get fresh. And what else? And I think that's just about it that you could get fresh when it comes to fresh what's the herbs. When it comes to herbs, those are my go-to. If I'm cooking like a roasted rosemary and lemon chicken, I'll go buy fresh rosemary. Okay? If I need some time or stuff like that, if I really want to get down to some serious cooking, I will omit these things and I use fresh. But if you don't have fresh, use what you got. It works. What's interesting the way, Anna? Oh yeah, and don't forget your dill and mint. Y'all, I haven't did this video before because my mother loved it. I want to surprise my mother. I use dill is good in potato salad. If you make your potato, I need to use it. I'm gonna make a video. Actually, I'm gonna make a video because I got potato salad videos up, but I don't have one a loaded potato salad. And I'm gonna do a loaded potato salad video. And when I say loaded potato salad, in my loaded potato salad video, there would be green peppers, onions, fresh dill, and eggs and all that stuff. That's what I consider loaded because typically I don't put any of that in my potato salad for me, but people love my potato salad because I spice it up with flavor, with pepper and garlic and onion powder and stuff. So my potato salad come out really good. But when I do a loaded potato salad, they go crazy. And that's what I need to do for you guys. Dill tastes good in potato salad. It depends on because celery is really strong. Those are two really, really strong vegetables to use. Like green pepper and celery is really strong. So it depends on if you put too much of one or the other, try to equal them out. Because, yes, if you put too much celery, of course you're not going to taste the green peppers. And if you put too much green pepper, you're not going to taste too much of the celery. So try to like equal it out, put more or less of either or put both the same amount in each one of them. But if you put just the right amount of celery and green peppers in a dish, you'll be able to taste both of it, especially in your potato salad. You'll be able to taste both of it. Don't overdo it because you don't want to overwhelm. You don't want to eat no potato salad taste like all green peppers or taste like all celery. You want the flavor of everything that you're cooking to come together and to combine with each other. So try to put about the same amount of each vegetable in your potato salad. Okay, if I don't use onion salt for onion powder because it retains water and I'm a diabetic, if I don't use onion salt, first of all, I didn't know that it retains water. I would say, since I don't get, I'm not a doctor, so I really can't tell you. I told you I'm a home cook, so when it comes to health issues, I really can't tell you what you can and cannot use if you're diabetic. I would say check with your physician or with your nutrition. Get with a nutritionist and let them tell you what seasons you could use or cannot use if you have a health issue. Now, I do know, I think Mrs. Dash, I have a bottle of that and I didn't get that too. Mrs. Dash is a seasoning that I think a lot of diabetics use when it comes to flavoring their food. But I would say first check with a nutritionist at your doctor's office to see what you can and cannot use to help flavor that food up for you. Oh, I'm making duck for the first time. What's the best season for it? Oh, you making duck. Well, that's just like the onion powder, the onion powder, the garlic powder. Use it on it and just to bring your flavors to life. Some pepper, just to bring your flavors to life. I think you even use cumin on duck. I seen the duck roast too recipe. You can use some cumin on too. But look it up. I will just use my regular seasonings. Sometimes there are just these go-to seasonings that you could use that will bring flavor to your food. Now, if you got like a duck recipe, and they probably would tell you, what's the season to use. But if you don't have one, I say go with it. Add some parsley on it. Do some thyme on it, and seasoned salt or either garlic powder, onion powder. Make up a blend of seasoning. Don't you know you could take a container, put maybe a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon of all your seasonings, blend it up together, and come up with your only go-to taste that you could use on your food. I do that sometimes. Okay, oregano. I got oregano and Italian season here. I have oregano. You could get this fresh. I love this. I use this in a lot of my stuff like lasagna, making homemade sauces, red sauces. I use a lot of Thai season oregano. This is a go-to season that you can use on your meats. You can use this on your meats too, and it's really good. What is this? Oh, this is my thyme. Oh, paprika. Paprika to me does a beautiful accent of color at any given dish. You can top your macaroni and cheese. You can top your potato salad, your double double egg, and also get some smoked paprika. Smoked paprika has flavor. It brings flavor to your food. It doesn't make it spicy. It gives it this little smoky a smoky flavor, a smoky taste. That is a good season to use to have in your arsenal season. It's a regular paprika and smoked paprika. It may cost a little bit more. Somebody say, "Oh my God, roasted duck is so good. You're making me hungry," and I just ate. Yeah, see, Anna said I use my duck as salt, pepper, onions, and garlic powder, and that's it. That, like I said, this is simple seasonings will bring out the flavor in your food, and it gives your chicken a pretty color. That's with the paprika and the smoked paprika. I use that. Now, this is the season I grew up on. Like I told you, my mama, she stick to what she know when it came to cooking. My mom didn't use any pepper. I don't know back in the day if they used garlic powder. My mama, when she was cooking, seasoning salt was always in our cabinet. Seasoning salt is all my mother used to use on her cooking. My mother don't use pepper. She just don't like pepper. I grew up thinking seasoning salt was the master of food favoring, okay? I had to wait till I get older to know there were more flavors out here, more season, more herbs that I could use to use on my cooking. Cause I grew up with seasoned salt. My mama put seasoned salt in every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And I still use it occasionally. This is serious because again I told you me and salt is not my friend. So I don't use it that much. I use it occasionally. That's why I always make sure I got some. But there's other people around. Like my mother comes, use seasoned salt. People in my house, they use seasoned salt. I'm not a big seasoned salt user. If I do, it's very little. It's very seldom. But I will say, still get some seasoned salt for your cabinet. This is a go-to season. A lot of people like using. Now, some lemon pepper. I love to have lemon pepper in my cabinet. You may want some lemon. I put it on my what's that fish. Put it on your baked fish. I bake some fish. I want some lemon pepper. I want some lemon pepper on fried chicken wings. I use this. So it is good to make lemon pepper. Like when you do if you cooking a whole rotisserie chicken, I have been known to put lemon pepper on my roll because lemon tastes good with poultry. Then it got pepper. Hey, sprinkle this. Sometimes when you're cooking and you mixing up flavors and stuff, you're creating a new taste. Again, food is about flavor and tasting good and making people say, "Oh my God, that was so good." I mix it up. You're taking a chance, but what you gotta do too, you gotta learn to taste your seasoning. Hey, three dress. I don't know what that say. Your name. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mrs. Dash is good too, Shannon. I talked about that earlier. And Mrs. Dash. So these are all my own. I just threw this in here. This is brown gravy mix. I do not use it. Why that's in my cabinet? Somebody gave it to me. Never used it a day in my life. I make my gravy. I don't need nothing to help brown it. A lot of people do because it's what they do. You can buy those little gravy packages. A lot of people do. It's a lot of people who do not know how to make gravy. Gravy is hard to make. It is. It's hard to make. So a lot of people count on. They use brownings and stuff. I don't use it. I it's just not a something a condiment, a flavor, spice that I use, but I had it because someone gave it to me, and I done had it in my cabinet forever. It's time for it to hit the trash. I just don't use it, but I saw a video the other day where somebody was using it, and I said, "Oh, let me add the brown gravy mix to my seasoning arsenal," but I don't use this. Oh, accent, yeah. I have accent every now and then. Since that's not my go-to seasoning, I don't really buy it that much. But I had it in my cabinet before. But when it ran out, I didn't go back and re-up on it. Yes, homemade gravy. Oh, I'm putting no salt in my gravy, baby. Even before I came up, Patricia, I don't put salt in gravy. I'm at now, like I told you, I don't do salt. Now coming and my mother, she used to use seasoned salt in her gravy. But when I used to do my gravy, yes, learning from my mother, I used to use whatever juices left from whatever meat. Then I used to season it with garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit seasoned salt. But ever since I came up with my flour, I just use my flour, make gravy. All the seasons that I put into that flour, it makes some awesome gravy, even when you're using water, even when you don't have a broth. So yeah, a lot of people still use salt and pepper to season their gravy with. There's nothing wrong with that if you get the flavor across that you're looking for yourself. Now I do have salt here, because salt and pepper is a long time ingredient that's been around forever. Only used to boil water. Only used to clean meats. Only used to defrost meats. Use it to gargle when it got a sore throat. So I keep it in the house. But I very seldom season my food with it. I am not a salt person. Bye, Rita. Have a good one. Yep, I got turmeric. I have a whole jar of that. I couldn't find it in my cabinet. So, because I mentioned that earlier. Oh, yeah, and I forgot about this too, guys. I use Goya garlic, minced garlic. If I can't get my hand on fresh garlic, I like to use this right here. This Goya minced garlic. This works for me when I can't get my hand on fresh garlic. I use this. Yes. So, yes. Hey, Jerry Brown, I got your email. Thank you. Okay, guys. So, with that being said, let me see. I think I covered all the seasonings that I use in my cabinet. All the seasonings that help me make my meals flavorful, that make people say, oh my God, that was so good. This is all I use. Maybe two or three things I didn't have on here was my turmeric, my nutmeg, and something else I said I missed that I don't have on here. But I know those two are in the cabinet. I just don't see. Oh yeah, my condensed milk and my evaporated milk. I got some cans of that sitting there on the floor right now in a Safeway bag. I didn't put over here. But yeah, so this is all the things that I use that make my food taste so amazing. That everybody loves. I'm not saying run out and get all these things because everything ain't for everybody. Excuse me. But I am telling you, if you want to bring life and flavor to your food, try some of these seasonings and herbs and stuff and just see what happens. And some things are you can only get when you're making a certain recipe, but I like to have everything on hand because I just never know when I'm going to make anything. And I just don't, I'm just not the one that always want to run to the store to get this, get that. Also, Ego say homemade gravy is just meat juices, grease, season, and flour. But you know what? Also, Ego, I don't make it with grease no more. Jackson, come push my thing. It's a low battery. You welcome, Angie. I make mine with butter. Hey, y'all, 505 people here. Let's hit that thumbs up. But oh, I got 505 people. Wow, thanks. That's great. I'll just read some comments, guys. And I know this thing stopped 2 or 3 times. My phone going dead. Hey, Patricia Gee, Jerry Brown, Jackie Burnell, Peggy, Patricia, Anna. Hi. West Coast Cali, KP. Yes, I haven't made it on the channel yet, and that's a good New Year's recipe to make with the andouille sausages and the black eyed peas. Hey, Mo Cash. Hey, Al Willis. Hey, Nikia. Are you welcome? Yes, Jerry. I don't get down with the salt. My palate has been I only use turmeric when I have a recipe. So that's why I keep it. I don't use it in my everyday dishes. That I'm not gonna lie, but I know, like somebody said before, that's another Asian spice that's used in a lot of Asian foods and stuff. But I only use it when I have a recipe. I really don't know what to use it on an everyday type meal situation, but I like to buy it because I did a recipe like 2 years ago and I needed some. And I had it ever since then. I don't use it too much, but I hear that it's a good season to use. I never make that second Jello cake after grandchildren. You right, Anna. After my baby sneezed on that cake, I did not make another Jello cake, and I did promise that. Yeah. Well, it's the same. It's gonna be different. I'm doing Thanksgiving runs. I got about 4 people that I'm taking Thanksgiving plates to. Queen, hey Queen, I would like to thank you, Mama SoulfulT, as I plan on ordering your flour mixture to be part of my emergency food as well because we can't get enough of your goodness. Thank you, Queen. It's gonna be the same thing. My son and his fiance, my daughter-in-law, they ordered a Cajun chicken, a Cajun turkey from Popeyes. So I was like, why y'all order a Cajun turkey when I'm making a roasted turkey? So I guess we're gonna have 2 turkeys and a roast. And I know I'm doing roast because I said I want to do roast. So we're gonna have roasted turkey, a Cajun turkey from Popeyes, and we're gonna have two roasts. That's the meat that we're having, and then you know the typical sides: the potato salad, the yams, the macaroni, the string beans, the double eggs, the cornbread stuffing, the cranberry sauce, the gravy, the biscuits, regular cornbread, mashed potatoes, a rice and broccoli casserole. I'm bringing that video to y'all next week. I bought the ingredients to make the video. Um, that's it. For desserts, banana pudding. My daughter-in-law making a strawberry cake, and I'm making a sweet potato poker pie. And drinks, probably ginger ale, so maybe some type of tea or turkey heel or something like that. Not sure. Oh, okay, Jackie. Now I use that too. I never had it before. This be our first time having that. Yeah, it's hard, but you gotta stay away from all that salt, Shannon. No, this is our first time having that Popeye's chicken. I don't know why they order it. I'm not even interested in it. But that's something that they're interested in. So, well, Blackstone, you better get on it because commercials say you better do it early. You better get on it. Hey, Doc Rose. Yes, Doc Rose, you can buy the turkey from Popeyes. You don't take your own. Oh, that's coming up next week, Miss Tony. I already bought the ingredients for it yesterday. That's coming up. That's part of my video next week. I got a coconut pineapple cake video already on YouTube. KP, that was my grandfather's favorite cake, and I made that in honor of him maybe a year or two ago. What food cans do you use? Do you use peas, carrots, so on? I don't use too many canned foods when I cook for the holidays or when I cook. Period. I do. I never use a canned carrot. I always use fresh carrots when I'm making candy carrots or steamed carrots or whatever. I never used canned carrots before. But peas and corns I use a lot because I make a succotash for the kids. So I use those a lot in my everyday meals. Sweet potato cake recipe. That sound interesting, Miss Love. Anna said I'm coming over. Well, that's why I'm delivering 4 plates on Thanksgiving because those people can't come over, and I'm delivering their plates to them. No, I don't have a pearline candy. I never made that before, Miss Nicole. Never made that before. Now, guys, this I want to tell everybody that I used to run into this problem all the time. My phone going dead, so I'm gonna hurry this FYI up. And thank you guys for joining me again. These are my go-to seasonings. This is what makes my food so flavorful. These are the seasons that I just can't live without, that I cook with, that I gotta have in my home and in my cabinet. Um, I got a video on a Kool-Aid pie, baby girl. Somebody said I'm hungry and can't wait for Thanksgiving. I know that's right, Nikki. Somebody say air fry. What is the best spices? I like them all. It depends on what food I'm eating, what I'm using it for, what type of spices I'm going to grab at that time. I think they're all equally good. I think what you really need to have and always have in your house is garlic powder, onion powder, some pepper, some regular salt because you always got to boil something, and some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and I would say some Tony's and red pepper flakes. If you want to really keep those go-to seasons, those are the main ones. With those seasons and some paprika, I think you could pull off anything with those seasons. So the seasons that I think you could pull any meal off with that will go good, I would say just have your regular salt, your pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley flakes, some Tony Creole, some red pepper flakes, and let me see, and maybe some minced garlic. If you and cinnamon. I think with those particular seasonings, you could pull off any meal. You could pull off bringing flavor to any meal. If you don't have anything in your cabinet, I think those would be the go-to ones. I never did an air fried turkey before. Sound interesting. So if you are healthy, have a house and food to provide for your family, then you will have a lot of thoughtful for this shit. Are you welcome, Regina? A homemade fudge one day? Yes, I could do that. Grandma just went home this morning. Y'all know she had her doc's appointment yesterday, so she stayed here up until her doc's appointment. She just went home. Oh, you welcome, Miss Queen. I appreciate you guys. So I am out of here because my phone is going dead. Oh, I give you the FYI. If you make a banana pudding, and if you're not making it homemade from scratch, I would say hit your grocery store now. I have seen this every year. Because even though I know how to make homemade banana pudding, sometimes I don't always like doing it homemade. I'll just like grabbing the little instant boxes of milk, make some banana pudding. And I run into this just about every year, and I have not learned yet. If you don't get anything early, get your perishables early because they're gonna be in the grocery stores. Things like vanilla instant pudding mix, vanilla instant banana mix, all that stuff gonna be gone. What's that? The vanilla wafers by Nabrisco or whatever them people call, all that stuff gonna be gone. I'm telling you now, go get your vanilla boxes now because they you go to those aisles and you're gonna get you 3 and 6 and 7 boxes of vanilla pudding or banana pudding to make you a banana pudding and they're gone. How many of y'all have ran into that and you'd be like, oh, I can't make no banana pudding because they ran out? I'm telling you now, it's 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks to Thanksgiving. Go get your cornbread. If you make box cornbread, go get your cornbread. Go whatever you make that's non-perishable that can sit on your cabinet. Start shopping now because if you wait 2 to 3 or a week to hit it, it's gonna be gone. It's going to be empty. I have ran into that so many times, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to make homemade banana pudding or I'm going to do it by the box. I haven't decided yet. And so that's why I haven't gotten mine yet. But the next week coming, I'm ready to go. Then go get your seasonings. Go get your brown sugars. Go get your white sugars. Go get your powdered sugars. You're going to do a lot of baking. Even if you're going to bake box cake mix, go get your cake mix because they will run out of cake mix. Especially that Duncan Hines butter flavored cake mix. That is one of my favorite cake mixes. I grew up on that cake mix with my mom. They will run out your favorite cake mix. They will run out your favorite frosting. It is time to go shopping and get all those things now so that you can be here the game so that you won't have to be all over the store rocking your head like, oh my God, this is gone, that is gone. I was hard finding collard greens. Yes, and it will be hard finding collard greens too. And I'm about to make my stones to the rubber. But I'm just telling you because yes, get your vinegar. I forgot to pull my vinegar out. I have apple cider vinegar and I have white vinegar. I keep both of those in my cabinet. I got that in my cabinet now. Get your vinegars for your greens because I always pull a cap full of vinegar in my collard greens. But with that being said, guys, get your stuff early. Erica said, do you soak your meat in vinegar? Not gonna lie, I never did that. I normally clean my meat with salt, hot water, some lemons or something like that. I poured it over top of it before, but never really soaked it. Oh, she said, I got my chitlins. I know that's right, Teresa. Yes, that's another thing, Rosa. Y'all go get your seasoning. Because you're going to make homemade dressing, that's sage. And look, I got all my stuff. I'm good. I'm good for everything I'm about to do this year for Thanksgiving. I'm flavored up with all my seasonings. But those of you who don't got your poetry, don't got your sage, it's going to be hard to find. You need to go get it. Erica said that turkey probably be good for pie. I will see. As long as it's not dry. But with that being said, I am out here, guys. Good night. I am sorry for the buffering that happened earlier on West Coast Cali. Good night. I love you. See you on tomorrow on the couch. Yes, guys. Oh, this was very informative. I hope it wasn't too much over the top. Hope you guys walked away with something. And I am so glad that I'm able to help. Again, I'm not a chef. I am just a home cook. But this is what I use to make all that food taste fabulous. I love you, so squad. If you want to become a member, hit that join button for $1.99 a month to get those extra videos that I've been putting up for you guys. And if you don't be a member, that's okay, because you're still getting the best of me on YouTube. I'm out. Love you guys. All right, Jackson, come hit the button. Oh, good night, Peggy. Good night, Trinice. Good night, Teresa. Good night, Queen Lo. Good night, Rosa. I'm about to look at some TV. Good night, Whitney. Good night, Karen. Good night, Miss Love. Yes, and if you don't see the join button, you go to one of my videos. The link is in the description in the video. Because I put up some, I think I did. We've been going strong. I've been holding up to my word. They be getting their extra videos on Thursday. Yes. Oh, that's why she said, I got my oxtail. They said, Angie said, Jackson, hit that button. And he still ain't got up and hit the button. Nancy say low battery and I'm frozen. Oh.